Hello, 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 and welcome to the one, the only Truth Be Told with the Empress, myself, Toya. Okay, so today we're gonna get into some fun things, some fun topics. We're gonna talk about the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, the trial. We're actually gonna go back a little bit and talk about, what has happened over this time, where we are right now. We're gonna talk about the people's, versus Meg, the people versus Tory. Where does Meg go from here? Why did this even happen? Who's right? Who's wrong? Are they both right? Are they both wrong? Let's be real. We're going to get into some truths and we're going to use the common sense approach, period. All right. So let's talk about it. Okay. So Meg Thee Stallion, she was shot on July 12th of 2020. And in August of 2020, Meg took to Instagram Live and said it was Tory Daystar Peterson Lanez who shot her. Now, in October of 2020, that's when Tory Lanez was officially charged. Okay, so let's recap. July, she was shot. October, Tory was charged. August, September, October. So that's about a 3-month span between when she was shot and when Tory was charged. Okay. Now, Tory Lanez charges, he had 3 charges. 1 count of assault with semi-automatic handgun, 1 count carrying a loaded and unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and 1 count discharging a firearm with gross negligence. And in December, just recently, December of 2022, Tory Lanez was found guilty on all 3 charges and now faces up to 22 years in prison. Can you imagine a drunken night that turned into facing up to 22 years in prison? Oh my God. Make me not want to pick up a drink. But I'm still going to drink because I ain't these people. So Meg Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan P., she has an image to uphold, and she's a hot girl. And what's a hot girl? Well, Meg posted on Twitter, quote, "Being a hot girl is about being unapologetically you, having fun, being confident, living your truth, and being the life of the party, etc., etc." But is she lying? Is that what being a hot girl is? By her omission, by her words, did she uphold that standard of what being a hot girl is? You're going to tell me at the end of this what you think, if she's still a hot girl, okay? So Meg has a history of violent behavior, and so does Tory. Arrested in 2015 for domestic dispute with then boyfriend, Meg Thee Stallion was actually caught by police beating on him. Okay. Meg never faced any time because the charges actually were dropped. The boyfriend didn't show up to court. And I do say amen to that because we're not going to sit here and act like this was an innocent man. 9 times out of 10, he probably wasn't innocent at all. And per Meg's word, she actually whooped that ass because he brought a baby into this world and they were together. So, I get it, sis. I see where you was going with that. And Meg did allege, or, she did say that prior to the police being there, he was actually whooping on her. She was trying to get away from him, and he was whooping on her because she found out that he was having a baby. And, her words, she was walking away. It just so happened that the police showed up because someone on a bylooker seen them arguing and fighting, and the police just so happened to show up when she proceeded to stomp the yard on his head. Okay. So I get it. I definitely, we can all agree that Meg is not with the shits when it comes to these men, okay? So Meg is currently in a relationship with Partisan Fontaine. Now, these two have had rumors and allegations thrown around about them arguing and fighting, and this is actually because there was an Instagram Live, a snippet of an Instagram Live where one of their friends was on Instagram Live, and it just so happened that Meg and Partisan were arguing. Meg has went on to say that the people don't know what we don't know what we're talking about. People make up anything, this and the third, but you can't make up what we see and hear we seen the video, Meg. We heard what was being said, And, what we're going to talk about today is the fact that, she does lie. So this could be a lie. Her saying that, we don't know what we're talking about and that wasn't what it was, but okay. Meg does have an ex named Moneybag Yo, and he actually confirmed their relationship in January of 2020. When he confirmed the relationship was actually when he said that they had already split anyways. So he literally went on the radio station and said, yes, me and Meg were together, but we're not together anymore. They're split, okay? And in his words, he said they both had big personalities and it just wouldn't work. So basically, they both can't wear the pants in the relationship, and I definitely get that. I understand that, two can't wear the pants, someone has to take a step back and let the other lead, so okay. Meg has been linked to G-Eazy, Trey Songz, and Michael Beasley. Now, she has said she hasn't had any sexual relationships with either of those men, but again, she is known for lying, okay? So, she's not new to this. She's used to this, okay? Tory, on the other hand, he's not an innocent, wrongly accused man. He has a history of being an assholism. He has history of assholism. Assholeism. I think I just made that word up, but, it is what it is. Take it or leave it, okay? And violence is there too. In October of 2022, he was put on house arrest after assaulting August Alsina. Now, supposedly, and there is a video of him, seeing August Alsina speaking to August, and August just walks right by him, and he proceeds to whoop that ass. Well, he proceeds to hit August Alsina, okay? Now, we don't know the backstory to that. What we see is him speaking, August ignoring, he hits August. We don't know if something was said or done before that, and Tory already gave him a heads up, like, when I see you, I'm going to beat you. We don't know, okay? Either which way, Tory's with the shits as well. He's a hothead. He has a temper, okay? He's known for inciting riots because in March of 2016, there was a concert in Texas. And Tory's, going back and forth with security. He's pissed off at security. So he decides to tell the people, quote, unquote, F this place up. And what do the people of America do? They effed the place up, okay? It was so bad that police obviously work hard. People were arrested. It was a wild night, okay? To me, that's a corny move for him to do, knowing how many, that he's, famous, he has the followers. Why would he do that? The people of the venue, I believe, wanted to sue him, but they did not sue him or press charges for that. That was some stand-up shit, because I would have sued the fuck. You got me messed up, but okay. That speaks to his character. It speaks to his maturity as well. He's had incidences with Drake, Travis Scott, Eric Bellinger, Don Q. He's even had, encounters with Dream Doll. There was actually an ex of Tory's who spoke out. She actually said that, within 9 months of them dating, he was physically, emotionally, and mentally abusive to her. She even went on to provide screenshots of their messages and how he spoke to her. Tory has denied even knowing the girl. He has denied being with her, being in a relationship with her, but she said he's publicly embarrassed her. So, I don't know. His history and the patterns, I don't understand why the people hasn't canceled him. But, let's talk about it. So we have Kelsey Nicole Harris, that's Meg's friend, who was with Meg the night this happened. Okay, Meg and Kelsey met at Prairie View A&M University in 2013. They became close. They were friends for a while. Meg even went on to ask Kelsey to be her personal assistant. To Meg, it was like, she's a great person. She's very business oriented. Megan wanted Kelsey, to work for her. Now how the hell did they become cool, and why and how did they end up where they are now, not speaking, testifying in court together? Well, we're going to talk about it. Here's the truth revealed via trial, okay? So the truth that came out during trial, this is basically what happened that night. So Meg and Kelsey met Tory at the Rock Nation brunch, where Megan actually encouraged Kelsey to talk to Tory. Okay, so they're at the Rock Nation brunch. They see Tory. Meg's probably like, he looks scrumptious with his little short self. And Meg was probably like, girl, you should talk to him. He got money. Da-da-da-da-da. So Kelsey started banging him. They started messing with each other, okay? Now, Kelsey caught COVID and ended up flying back home. She was actually home for a couple months. During those couple months when Kelsey was sick with COVID, where she could have died, Meg started sleeping with Tory, or Tory started sleeping with Meg, or they just started sleeping together. Period, point blank, dot. Okay? And this is actually when we, the people, started noticing them together on lives. This is, during the height of COVID and everything. They were on live together, drinking, laughing, smoking, chilling, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, there was rumors that we were like, oh, are they together? This and the third, yada, yada, yada. It looked that way. Was Kelsey under a rock during that time? Maybe, because she was sick. Maybe she was just that sick. She wasn't checking her phone, because I don't understand how she could have possibly missed how close they were, the pictures that were taken, unless she was just that, that sick. And if she was that sick, that's messed up for her friend not to be by her bedside. Okay? So when Kelsey did get better, she flew back to LA. Mind you, here's Meg. Oh yeah, drop everything. Come on, I got you. Come out back to LA. I got you. You be straight, okay? All right. Kelsey flew back to LA, left everything. She had no idea what was going on between Meg and Tory. She had no idea this happened behind her back. And it's sad because it seems like nobody told her and the world knew. Okay? So, she's back in LA. Meg and Kelsey, they're invited to a party at Kylie's house. Okay? So, Kelsey and Meg, they go to the get-together at Kylie's house. Now, at some point in that night, Kelsey's drunk as fuck, so she passes out. She's in the room. She's sleeping. Da-da-da-da-da. She wakes up to Meg and Tory and Kylie in the pool. So Meg had FaceTime Tory Lanez while Kelsey was upstairs passed out. Told him to come on over. So now they're all in the pool chilling. And Tory started basically trying to holler at Kylie. Hey, mom, what's up? Probably finger popping her in the pool. Who knows? I mean, let's be realistic. Okay? Let's be very realistic and understand who the hell we talking about. Okay? They was in the pool mingling, da-da-da-da-da. Now, Meg started acting weird at this point. It's reported from Kelsey that she's been obnoxious, started acting obnoxious, being extra, just not being herself. At that point, Kelsey and EJ, the stylist, EJ is the stylist, they tried to get Meg to leave with them, but she refused. Meg wanted to stay, and she really didn't want to leave Tory with Kylie. She was like, not happening. No way. No bueno. She was not having it. She already knew what time it was. She knew it was going to pop off if she left, okay? And she was not about to give up that She wasn't about to give that up, okay? I'm just put it like that. She wasn't having it. So she basically just wanted to stay in Cop Block. Meanwhile, Tory is telling them that he's staying at Kylie's house and he's gonna see them later. All right, so they all end up leaving. This is Kelsey, Meg, and this is the security guard. The only reason they were actually able to leave and get Meg out that house is because they were telling Meg, Kelsey, and EJ were telling Meg, like, boo, your wig is lifting. You're going to start looking crazy. Let's go. Let's go, get together, fix your wig, fix yourself up. This and the third. Mind you, Meg is drunk as fuck. So it makes sense why she fell for it. Because she was drunk and belligerent. And the last thing she wanted to do was look stupid in front of, Tory and Kylie, where Tory was flirting with Kylie. That's the last thing she wanted. So she hopped in that car real fast. She probably got in the car, played with her hair a little bit, realized that they was lying. Her wig is not messed up. Because she said, excuse me, tapped the driver on the shoulder. Excuse me, sir. I left my flip-flop. I'm sorry. Tap the security guard on the shoulder. I left my flip-flop or a sandal, what you call it, slipper. She left some one-footed shoe at Kylie's house, and she told them to turn around so she can go get it. Okay. So she actually went back inside with the security guard. And the next thing Kelsey knows is they're all running out. That's the security guard, Megan, and Tory. And here goes Megan. Kylie told us to get the fuck out. We gotta go, bitch. Okay? So they all hop in the car. They all hop in the car and an argument starts, okay? I'm sure Megan and Tory started going back and forth. They arguing with each other. Kelsey there, confused and clueless. I'm sure the security guard knows what time it is, and he probably sitting here driving, trying to focus on the road, probably drunk as hell, like in his head, like these motherfucking oh my God. He probably was annoyed as hell. Can you imagine? Because he probably wasn't even drunk enough. He probably had a little sip because we're going to be honest. Ninjas be drinking and driving. Especially you got a little money in your pocket too. You think you could get away with anything. He probably was a little bit tipsy but wasn't drunk enough to deal with the BS. Okay? Behind the wheel, driving, listening to these mofos arguing. He's probably pissed off. Okay? So things took a turn. Things took a turn when Tory sets it off. Tory tells Kelsey how Meg ain't her friend because they been effing. Here goes Meg. Don't listen to him, sis. He lying. He just saying that because he mad. So, Meg arguing with Tory. Meg arguing with Kelsey. Kelsey arguing with Tory. Kelsey arguing with Meg. It's just wow. The driver probably telling them all to shut up, and they probably don't hear him because he's probably the most sober one. Okay, at some point in that night, they pull over. Just so happens they pull over in the area where people can look out their windows and see what the hell is going on. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? How smart of them. So, they pull over near a driveway. Okay. Now, this is where witnesses come in hand. Meg hops out the car. Kelsey hops out behind her. They are fighting. They are whooping each other's ass. They are stomping the yard on each other's head. Okay. It's wild. It's crazy. People think that they are about to kill each other. Okay. The security guard then rushes out, tries to separate them. Tory Lanez comes out, tries to separate them. Now it looks like all of them are fighting each other. Okay. Somehow, some way, Kelsey gets back to the car first. Looks like she grabs the gun. Tory's right behind her. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop is what you hear. The witness says when the first pop, pop went off, the shots looked like they were closest to coming from Kelsey. Then the pop, 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 poppity, pop, pop looked like it was when Tory Lanez was standing on the passenger side of the car, waving the gun around, pointing it all around, okay? After the gunshots ring out, Meg ends up on the floor crawling away. Okay. Now the security guard, Tory and Kelsey run over to Meg, and what makes the most sense is they're trying to get her to the car. Okay. From the witness's point of view, they are proceeding to kill the bitch. From the witness's point of view, they proceed to whoop that ass. The witness even thought they were going to pick her up and dump her in the river. Okay? Imagine being this poor, poor witness. Never seen nothing like this a day in your life. Thinking you're witnessing someone about to be murdered. Oh my God, he probably shitted himself in the courthouse testifying. But no, the most sense that the common sense is they tried to get Meg in the car. Meg is drunk as fuck, and she just got her foot shot, so she's kicking motherfuckers off of her, like, get off of me, back up. She's fighting them, okay, and it takes 3 of them to actually grab her because she is not little, she's not petite. You know what I'm saying? But they finally do get her to the car. They pull off. Womp womp, we know the rest from there. It's on footage, okay? So there was so much back and forth, so many lies, and the truth is coming out. Just highlight a few ones I want to get into briefly. Well, Meg said she had glass in her foot initially, and she actually told the police that because in her mind, or from her point of view, there was so much police brutality going on at this time. She actually didn't know if the police would actually protect her. She thought the police would just start firing, and completely understand where she's coming from. But saying that you have glass in your foot, I don't see how that would change. Like, if the police wanted to beat on you, that like they were going to do that anyways, no matter what you said. So I'm not sure how that fits or how that works. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But that initially, literally, she went to the hospital. She told the doctors that, she told the police that, so from the get-go, it seemed like she was trying to cover it up. It seemed like she was trying to actually protect Tory at that point, okay? Or Kelsey, who knows? Protect whoever shot her, okay? Mel also told Gayle King that the argument started, quote, because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. Normal friend stuff. This is a quote from her interview with Gayle King. She said the argument started, or this happened, because she was ready to go, when in reality, via trial, and they have to tell the truth or they go to jail, okay, via trial, this all happened because she didn't want to go. She didn't want to leave Tory there. And it gets deeper because it really happened because she couldn't control her emotions in reality. Okay? She also told Gayle King that there was no sexual relationship between her and Tory. So it was just lies back to back to back from Meg Thee Stallion. So that made it very hard right there. The fact that she was lying so much, that is not helping her at all. It doesn't help her before the trial, and it certainly doesn't help her after the trial. It doesn't help her. It doesn't help her at all. Okay. Now, there was a point in time when she did post online some messages between her and Tory, or really Tory apologizing to her. Now, when she posted those messages online, of course, Tory Lanez shot back and he posted via Twitter, quote, Good D had me effing two best friends and I got caught. That's why I apologize. It's sick how you spun it though. Unquote. I'm going to read that one more time. He said, quote, good D had me effing two best friends and I got caught. That's what I apologize for. It's sick how you spun it though. Unquote. Now, let me tell you something about this. This statement alone tells me that he's a narcissist. He's manipulative and he has a God complex. The fact that he said this D had me effing two best friends. First of all, does Kelsey and Meg have D's? Because how can good D have him effing two best friends? Don't they have punanis? Punani? So wouldn't it be good putti have me effing two best friends? That's how the statement should go. Because the only thing that could have him effing both of them is their putti. Okay? So it's just odd to me how he said his D had him effing two best friends. So basically, his D is so good that they were on him. And he had to F both of them. That statement was really odd. It showed no accountability, no responsibility at all. It just screamed, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it. Okay, I'm not going to say it. Let's just say, fuck it. It screamed midget syndrome. Big little ball syndrome. Oh my God. No, all jokes aside, y'all. Oh God. When a man makes statements like that, you have to, real woman, walk away. I'm sorry. Real woman, walk away. So, I mean, it was a lot of back and forth going on, you know. The fact that Meg skipped over this statement or what happened during this time so smoothly. Meg skipped over what happened during this time so smoothly with this statement. Quote, so I get out of the car and it's like everything happened so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. And he said, dance, bitch, dance, and started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times and I was so scared. Unquote. Okay. So smoothly, she said to Gayle King, so I get out of the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is a man screaming. And he said, dance, bitch, dance. And he started shooting. The fact that she made this statement so smoothly and just ignored and skipped over the fact that she hopped out of the car, proceeded to get into a whooping ass session with Kelsey, where the security guard and Tory Lanez jumped in and came in and they were all fighting each other. The fact that she skipped over all of that with a simple statement of, I get out of the car and it's like everything happened so fast. It's like everything happened so fast. She summed all that bullshit up into, it's like everything happened so fast. And the next thing she remembers is dance, bitch, dance. Pop, 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 pop. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The last thing I'm going to quote from Meg Thee Stallion, when she told Gayle King, I don't know if people don't take it seriously because I seem strong. I wonder if it's because the way I look. Is it because I'm not light enough? Is it that I'm not white enough? Am I not the shape, the height? Because I'm not petite? Do I not seem like I'm worth being treated like a woman? Now, the sad part to me is how she played on society, the sympathy that she asked for. So she feel like, how can I word this? So she's basically trying to say that she feels like people aren't taking her situation seriously And she doesn't know if it's because of her skin color or how strong she is, or is it her height or how she looks or all of that. And I scream bullshit. Don't try to manipulate me. It's not because you tall. It's not because you a beautiful brown skin, because you're beautiful. Beautiful complexion. Yes, you a strong black woman. It's not because of none of that. And this is where my opinion, and I'm going to speak it like the truth, comes in, okay? Because we have to take accountability. And we have to stop, how can I say this? We have to stop using real reality situations and letting people like Meg Thee Stallion use it as excuses. Okay? We have to take accountability for our actions as black women. We have to recognize we do set the standard. And although we do not get credited for it, we have to accept it. That is our reality. You can't project a certain lifestyle and then want sympathy. Yes, Meg Thee Stallion was shot. Yes, that shit was wrong. Completely 100%. No man, no woman, nobody should have shot her, period. And it's even like, it's more sad that a man shot her. Domestic violence at its all-time high. And thank goodness she is still alive and well. But it's not that the people don't take it seriously. I don't feel like the people aren't taking it seriously. I don't think the people want Meg to be hurt or bashed. I honestly think the people are overlooking the true facts that she was shot by a man and focusing on the drama behind it. Like I said it before. I think I said it. I might have just been thinking it. It's hard to see her as a victim when she lives a certain lifestyle. Remember, she's a hot girl. Remember, she likes fighting men. This is her history. She's about that life. Okay? She came out the gate lying. Not to mention, this all occurred literally because she was jealous of Tory trying to get at Kylie when Tory wasn't even her ninja to begin with. It was her friend's ninja. So no, the people aren't bashing her, and it's not a black man versus black woman thing. The reality is, how can you sympathize with someone who put themselves in that situation where it could have been 100% preventable? Not only could it have been 100% preventable, but the person lied and lies. Now, like I asked in the beginning, is Meg right? Is Tory right? Are they both right? Are they both wrong? Is Meg wrong? Is Tory wrong? This is where I tell you my opinion. I feel like they're both full of BS. I don't feel like anyone won this. Well, at least not Meg and not Tory. Tory is a poor excuse of a man. He needs to learn self-control. He has a God complex, clearly. And that shit was shattered, honestly. He has been humbled. Now, as for this court case, do I think the verdict was correct? Absolutely not. Did they prove beyond a reasonable doubt? I believe not. The fact that Kelsey had residue on her hands and she ran back to the car first and she was physically fighting Meg proves other possibilities could have occurred. Okay? I'd even go as far as saying jury could have been paid off. Who knows? It is quoted that there was one juror, the last juror who said yes, was shaking his head and pissed off saying it. And the vote had to be unanimous in order for him to be considered guilty. If you unanimously saying yes, he's guilty, why is you shaking your head pissed off? I do believe, possibly, allegedly, my opinion, they could have gotten paid off. Paid off or not, even if he wasn't guilty, his actions and the history of his actions is a poor excuse of a man, and sadly a poor excuse of a black man, especially to black women. What he did was completely wrong. Shooting Meg Thee Stallion. The fact that he was having sex with two best friends, he knew what this could have led to. Literally led right up to statistically what it's supposed to lead up to. Thank God no one died. Let's be honest. Knocked on wood just now. Okay? Thank God no one died. It's really sad that Megan got shot in the foot by a man. And I don't care, that shit sounds funny, so I'm gonna laugh. Thank God. Oh shit, I said thank God Megan got shot in the foot by me. I meant to say, oh, ooh. What I meant to say was, thank God she lived and it was only the foot. And she did not die. And it was not a serious injury. And she can still dance. She can still walk. Because this could have really been worse, everyone. Like, y'all, domestic violence is at its all-time high. People die from domestic violence. I hope this was a wake-up call for not only Meg, but for Tory. Or for not only Tory, but for Meg. Meg has a history of love. You know, she's with the shit. She don't play around with these ninjas. I hope she takes a step back and thinks next time. Tory Lanez, I hope he takes a step back and thinks too. And let me be quite honest. The only innocent person I see in this is Kelsey Harris, okay? She is the only innocent person I see in this scenario. She was humiliated. She was humiliated. She was lied to. She was lied on. She was embarrassed. The person who she thought was her friend, that she worked for even, was sleeping with the dude that she put her on with. You guys, let's remember Meg Thee Stallion said, oh, you should talk to him. Meg Thee Stallion probably was like, oh, girl, you should talk to him. He got money. You know what I'm saying? You could use it. No knowing what Meg Thee Stallion really said, you know, but they hot girls, remember? They hot girls. Okay? You're gonna put your friend on with a dude and then sleep with the dude. Kelsey was the only innocent one in this whole thing. And then on top of all of that, when the truth came out, Kelsey wasn't trying to be on the bullshit. She wasn't trying to be on the bullshit. Yes, they ended up fighting. But Meg was belligerent and drunk. From the outside looking in and from common sense, it seemed like Meg was popping off her mouth. And Kelsey proceeded to whoop that ass. And I honestly do believe they could have jumped on Megan. I do believe they could have jumped on Megan. And I believe they could have did it because Megan was belligerent and drunk. And she probably, come on now, let's be honest. If you ain't never seen motherfuckers belligerent and drunk in the hood, don't let the person be big or tall, and they want to start swinging, it takes a few people to calm their ass down. And then them few people could be trying to calm them down, but then they get mad. So now it's like they fighting. You're not even trying to fight the person, but then you get mad. Okay? So I do believe they could have jumped on her. I do believe that. But to put this all together, and I even want to bring a spiritual aspect in it, That was nothing but karma. They sat there and went behind Kelsey back. Kelsey didn't have to lift a finger for it to come out. Not only did it come out to Kelsey, but the two people who she trusted, who she cared about, the two people who were supposed to be her friends, went behind her back creeping. So not only did Kelsey not have to lift a finger, she found out about what happened, and the two people who did her dirty got done dirty by each other via the universe. Hello, let me say it again. The two people who did her dirty got done dirty by each other via the universe. Can I get a yes? Can I get a yes? And I know that shit feel good, Kelsey. I'm with you right on. Because that's some messed up stuff that you had to endure and deal with. Period, point blank. With that being said, I feel like no one wins this. I feel like Tory is wrong 100%. I feel like Meg is wrong 100%. Gone are the days where we want to be victims when we start the BS. It's not fair. It's not fair for the true victim. The true victim is Kelsey, period. You cannot sit here and, do some foul stuff, and then when something messed up happens to you, you want to be the victim. No. Yes, she was shot. She did that to herself. Should he have shot in her? Heck no, that is wrong. But the fact is, she wouldn't have been in that situation if she wasn't being trifling and creeping around. If we don't make people if we do not make people accept accountability for their actions, they keep doing it. We need to stop that bullshit, that BS. And then they want to scream, "Oh, black women don't have the people don't care about the black women." No. Because I can name some names right now of black women. If this was if this was Lisa Ray talking about a man shot her, we will all be for Lisa Ray. If this was Halle Berry talking about a man shot her in the foot, we will all be for Halle Berry. Knock on wood. Because we don't want that to happen to nobody. But we know them. We know their character. We will all be for them 100%. No, he's wrong. He's messed up. Why would he do that? But no one was shocked when it came to Meg Thee Stallion because this is her lifestyle. This is her character. And that's just reality. You can say both. You can say, yes, she was shot. That's wrong. And yes, that's her lifestyle. She kind of did that to herself. They can both be right. It's not one or the other. Because when you choose one side, you take accountability away from the person. And that is not fair. Because they need to grow up. Same with Tory Lanez. He's now facing 22 years in jail. And that is his fault. Because he's gotten away with being an asshole for too damn long. And the universe used Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, put them in a room together and said, duke it out. And they both lost. Hello. Can I get a yes? Because that's what it is. Yes. Listen. We're going to be talking about Chrisean Rock and Blueface next, okay? So stay tuned for my podcast, my second podcast, Chrisean and Blueface, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Even if you did, I don't care. Even if you didn't, I don't care. Because we is speaking nothing but the truth over here on a common sense level. It's not no one versus the other. This way is right, that way is wrong. No. Two can be wrong at the same time. Two can be right at the same time. Facts are facts. And we're going to speak them over here. Truth be told with the Empresstoyastarot. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you enjoyed it, if you laughed, if you smirked, if you blinked. And stay tuned. Hello, and welcome.